Welcome to Cinema Bites. Your go-to for movie recaps in a flash. Big twists, epic moments, all in just minutes. The second part follows the story of Captain Young, who was in a car with his sister, her son, and her husband, Young. They were trying to escape from Busan because zombies had spread everywhere. At this point, a news anchor announces that those who believed Busan was virus-free were mistaken, as zombies had taken over every corner of the city. The government had only one more day before completely losing control of the city. Young is seen running towards a ship, managing to board it. All the healthy residents board the ship to leave the country. Meanwhile, Young is sitting when a soldier approaches him, saying the president wants to meet him. As Young leaves the room, one of the passengers turns into a zombie, causing panic among the others. Young hears the commotion and realizes there's a zombie among the passengers. He rushes to check on his sister to see if she's safe, only to find her son infected and his sister crying beside him in despair. Young notices that all the passengers are turning into zombies. He tries to take his sister away to protect her, but she refuses to leave her son alone. Young leaves and locks the door behind them, but her son bites her, infecting her, and the others attack her as well. At this moment, Young arrives to find his wife and son transformed. In shock, he tries to enter and help them, but Young stops him, leaving him devastated. More than 4 years after the incident, the story shifts to China, specifically Hong Kong. Young is seen in a room, penniless and without status, living as a semi-homeless man in China. A gang breaks into his room to kill him, but he defends himself and fights them off. One gang member stops the others, saying their leader wants to meet Young. Young surrenders and goes with them, finding Young there as well. The gang leader enters, sits, and tells them he's brought them together for their mutual benefit. He explains that Korea has been in quarantine for 4 years and no one can enter or leave the country. There is a truck containing $20 million, which he urgently needs. Young argues that the plan is insane because the countries surrounding Korea control its borders and no planes are allowed in or out of Korean airspace. The leader responds, saying they can bribe the border guards to gain access. He also reveals the last known location of the truck and promises each of them $2.5 million if the mission succeeds. After the meeting, Young contemplate the mission. Feeling desperate as homeless individuals in China, Young convinces Young that they must take on the mission to escape their dire situation and live a happy, peaceful life. They agree to proceed with the mission alongside the gang. Young and the gang board a ship, preparing their weapons. The leader's assistant explains that zombies can't see at night but can hear even the faintest sounds. He promises to drop them off at the port to begin their mission and provides them with a wireless communication device, instructing them to contact him upon locating the truck. After a long journey, they arrive in Korea. The team disembarks and tests a car, which works. They drive through the city, discovering it to be a ghost town. While exploring, they find a truck matching the leader's description. Young checks the vehicle number, but it doesn't match. Suddenly, Young hears a noise behind him and sees a group of zombies gathered in one place. He returns to the car and reports that the truck isn't the one they're looking for. They continue driving until they find another truck. Young, and another team member check the vehicle's number, which matches perfectly. Upon opening the truck, they find the cash as described by the leader. While inspecting the truck, a driver who had turned into a zombie suddenly awakens and attacks Young. Young shoots the zombie, killing it, but the gunshot attracts more zombies. Young fights them off, but is overwhelmed by their increasing numbers. The team quickly boards the truck and drives away with the money. However, a zombie sets off a firework, illuminating the city and revealing their location to all the zombies. The team tries to run over the zombies with their car, but the high speed causes the vehicle to overturn. The truck behind them crashes into their car, flinging Young out of a window. Zombies spot him and attack, forcing him to fight them off. Meanwhile, Young finds a way to hide in a truck and locks himself inside. As Young fights the zombies, a woman named Wind and her younger sister Yoon arrive in a car. Wind tells Young to get in if he wants to survive. He joins them as Wind drives at high speed, running over zombies in her path. Young is puzzled by the situation and the sister's presence. Wind drives into a tunnel, where Yoon warns her of a large group of zombies ahead. Yoon devises a plan to distract the zombies using her toy, which emits light. Wind drives into a tunnel, where Yoon warns her of a large group of zombies ahead. Yoon devises a plan to distract the zombies using her toy, which emits lights and music. She can control it using the remote. When the zombies see it, they start chasing the game until they exit the tunnel, but a few zombies remain. Wind turns on the car, drives fast, and runs them over. Meanwhile, we return to Young, who is inside the truck surrounded by zombies from all sides. He can't escape and remains scared. Suddenly, a car with lights and music appears. The zombies hear it and chase after it. Then, other cars appear, belonging to a group called 631, a team of soldiers turned criminals due to the situation. We learn that they took the truck carrying money. Here, we return to Young, who is unconscious. When he wakes up, he sees someone pulling him. Young gets scared, thinking he will be killed, but he recognizes the person, whose name is Kim. Kim asks asks Jung, "You seem new to this area. What brought you here?" Before he answers, Ween's mother, whose real name is Min, appears. She asks Jung, "What are you doing in this virus-infected country?" They keep pressing him with questions, so he decides to tell them his story. When they hear his story, they are shocked and surprised by his self-sacrifice. Now, we go back to the criminals, the 631 group. They took the truck to their fortified base. They are a gang of survivors unaffected by the zombies. When they took the truck, they thought it contained food and drink. Suddenly, they hear a sound inside the truck. When they open it, Jung comes out. They take Jung to the wrestling arena. While searching the truck, they find a bag filled with money. Jung is taken to a strange place where he sees severely mutilated corpses. He becomes terrified and horrified. The events shift to Jung, who asks the family about the 631 group. They respond, saying that the group was initially formed to rescue civilians but lost hope and turned into savage people who kidnap others. They force their captives into wrestling matches with zombies for entertainment. An old man tries to contact someone to send a rescue plane, but it is futile. Wind tells Jung that all communications in Korea are cut off. There is only one device left, located in the truck with the money. Jung realizes that the only way to escape Korea is through the wireless device in the truck. Meanwhile, someone informs the leader of the 631 group named Soo that the truck they found is full of dollars. Soo becomes ecstatic. We see Jung being stripped of his clothes, and the number 61 is written on his body. He is placed in a container where he notices others with numbers written on them. A whistle blows, the container door opens, and Jung finds himself in a chaotic arena. He doesn't know where he is. The scene shifts to Soo talking on the phone, saying he doesn't care who he's speaking to as long as he gets the money. We learn that this phone was taken from Jung and his team, who had no phones. Jung is placed in the wrestling arena, where zombies are released to attack and bite them. He tries to escape, but is forced back into the container when the countdown reaches 0. Meanwhile, Jung and Win's family head to the truck with the money and wireless device, knowing they can't leave Korea without them. When they open the truck, they find the money intact, but the wireless device broken. They had lost the second device in the same truck. At this moment, Soo's assistant arrives at the truck. Jung grabs him and demands to know where the second wireless device is. The assistant reveals that it is in Soo's office. Jung leaves quickly to retrieve it. Back at the arena, Jung is in the second round of zombie fighting, trying to avoid being bitten. Meanwhile, Soo arrives at the truck, and Wind threatens to kill his assistant if he doesn't hand over the second device. Soo fires at her and tries to escape, but Wind blocks him with the car, knocking him down. She manages to take the device from him and hits him in the face. Now, we return to Jung in the wrestling arena, killing zombies to save Jung and the others. He throws smoke bombs to escape unnoticed by the zombies and frees everyone exploited by the 631 group. Jung releases the zombies to attack the 631 group, killing them one by one. Someone shoots at Jung, but Jung shields him, taking the bullet and dying. Jung is devastated and enraged, killing more of the group. One gang member tries to kill Jung, but Wind intervenes with the truck, killing him. She takes Jung, and they escape. While driving, they encounter zombies and run them over. Due to the overwhelming number of zombies, the truck stops. Wind arrives in another car, distracting the zombies with lights and leading them away. Wind returns to kill the remaining zombies, while the father uses flares to keep them at bay. Their plan works. On the way, Jung contacts the ship, saying they'll reach the port in 15 minutes. They are surprised. Component placement. Jung contacts the ship, saying they'll reach the port in 15 minutes. They are surprised to find the 631 group pursuing them. Jung recalls the place he first landed, fires a shot, and breaks the glass. The zombies attack the gang, killing them all. Jung and the family continue their journey. A car crashes into Wind and her sister's vehicle. Soo emerges, threatening to kill the girl. Jung distracts Soo with a small car, allowing Wind to escape. Soo shoots the mother in the leg and kills the father before fleeing. Jung tries to kill Soo, but he escapes with the gang's truck to the ship. Soo is shocked when his assistant shoots him multiple times. Before dying, Soo reverses the truck out of the ship. The zombies hear the gunshots, attack the gang, and kill them all. The zombies try to attack Jung and the mother, but the mother tells Jung, "Take my daughters to a safe and distant place." Indeed, Jung takes her daughters and escapes, while the mother starts killing anyone who follows them. Later, she gets into a truck, and a sound is heard, which attracts the zombies, causing them to attack her. At that moment, a helicopter arrives. The helicopter is from the United States of America. However, Jung refuses to leave the mother alone. He goes back to save the mother from the zombies, attacking and killing them. Then, he throws a smoke grenade at them, rescues the mother, and brings her back to her daughters. She reunites with them and hugs them. After that, they board the helicopter, which takes them to another, safer country. This marks the end of the movie. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get more new videos.